Live real quick. Let's see. Oh, yep, okay, cool. Alright. Hey. There we go. Alright. Wait for a sec. Papa? Will be you. And boop. So there'd be like a couple squirrels out here hanging out, but I guess not. Let's go through it a few hours ago. Nice. My boy. You scritch scritch. The dice, she's not always fair. Well, you don't want the dice to always be fair. You want to kind of give you some challenges and struggles. Come on, bud. Ugh, man, I had a long fucking nap last night. A little too long. Ugh, I'm in my fucking coffee right now. Come on. Come on, you lazy slow boy. You're so slow. Okay. There we go. You sleep more. Nah. We'll wait for that now. I'm pretty much committed to that at this point. I am committed. So as I have work in an hour, so what? Am I just gonna like sleep in for that? Nope. No. That will be bad. I want to be good. Alright, I'm gonna be on here for a second. Good lord. Oh shit, hold on, just giving Ollie. Well, fuck. God damn. Ugh. Holy shit. Ugh. Well, goddamn. That's on, yep. Alright. Correct answer to any problem is more naps. So economics and capitalism is gonna be all for economic. Oh, is he live right now? I thought he was finishing up shit. Yeah, he's not live anymore. He was earlier, but I was tuning in for a minute. I don't remember that though. I must have tuned in later. Or at least must have been like, was something earlier in this? Oh, I found, okay, it's like an hour in. Oh, I've seen this fucking bitch. Oh, I've seen this chick before. She's been on like conservative like outlets. I think she's been on PragerU one time before. No, I remember this chick. She looks familiar. I don't know her name, but I've seen her on like conservative fucking like free market bullshit videos. I forgot what her fucking name is, but she does look legit familiar though. Yeah, it was good. Let me. Oh my fucking god. Ugh. It's actually good, guys. Here, let me explain it in a way that obviously isn't gonna be bullshit. So let's do it. Yeah. I mean, when I tuned in, he was pretty much like, "Alright, my back pain sucks. I'm reading donuts. Fuck this." Like, I caught him at the point where he was like, "Alright, I'm done for today." Which, I don't blame him. At least for me, it's more or less just like stomach soreness. And I think a lot of that's just more or less it's a lack of eating stuff last night. My friend actually had like a fuckload of free pizzas from his work. And I mean like a fuckload, so I actually am pretty good for food on that. But, like, I pretty much ate like a shitload like at the end of the night after like having, you know, like a couple of whiskey shots with my homeboy, and then like we ended up just like, you know, hanging out, probably frankly a little longer than we probably should have been. It's one of those like nights where you hang out with the homies and then you realize the sun's rising up and you're like, oh fuck. I haven't done that in a fat fucking minute. I know you don't follow DP anymore, but one of the trolls just DMCA'd 100 of their videos. Fucking really, dude. No shit, seriously? Dude, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, I don't watch DP much anymore, but that don't mean they should get fucked over or something. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he should fucking sue. Like, I mean, cause, yeah, I mean, like, any motherfucker should know that anything that they're doing is absolutely well within fair use. And is obviously inherently transformative. Like, I mean, so that's just bullshit. He should fucking sue. And make sure that, you know, whoever it was, which, there has to only be a certain amount of people, right? Because, like, they react to very specific dudes. You should just kind of keep reacting to them over and over again. And it happens, it definitely is, because whoever's the regular that they react to, one of their locals that did it, yeah. I mean, look, this is why I also don't, you know, watch their content, because I don't like, you know, the whole, like, locale bullshit, because, I mean, frankly, you know, that's why. So, like, because, I mean, there could be understanding and maybe reasoning as to why that might be okay, but, I mean, it's still within fair use, and, like, it's basically a recipe to get fucked. Like, honestly, I mean, because DP got fucked. It's like, you don't want to just keep repeating the same fucks over and over again. Because, not just of that in itself, but also it gets fucking rote and tiring. But either way, that doesn't deserve for all their shit to be taken down and, like, having their channel, like, nearly nuclearized and, like, vaporized into existence. But his channel is somehow monetized despite the dude having been banned multiple times. Is it that fucking, whatchamacallit, dude? What's his name? Like, that fucking, like, dude is shirtless all the time, like, kind of a known pedo or something like that. Isn't it that fucking weirdo? Like, Jared, yeah, was it him? Because I guarantee you, I guarantee you he had, you know, he was the one who did it. Because they love reacting to that guy. I mean, legit. Like, I feel like every time I still get a notification for a live stream that DP does, it sees, like, you know, every other time his fucking face is on it. So, honestly, that's why. Now, like, I already kind of figured that had to be it. Like, cause I couldn't think Wild Bill, certainly not Christian, definitely not. The Manatee, I mean, nah. He docs the counterclaims on the DMCAs. Wait, Jared did? Dude, that guy is a real piece of fucking work, dude. And how is he monetized and, like, legit should honestly be fucking banned, and here I am just being a casual stoner bro. And this fuck, you know, gets to do his shit. It's community notes page. Well, yeah, like, I hope Ben sues the fuck out of him for everything he's got. Fuck him, honestly. Like, I mean, I don't have sympathy for him, especially. I mean, yeah, like, I don't really have, you know, really, you know, any dog in the fight, I guess, but if I'm rooting for someone to get fucked, it's him. I mean, because I've been around enough to, even before DP really started to figure out Jared, like, he's been around before then, like, he's always been kind of like this little locale that people have reacted to and shit. So, I mean, he's always been a dude that's just been kind of, like, off and on consistently about this bullshit. And, you know, just in a way, it's like finding any, like, little thing to just keep himself, you know, up, you know, and at least, you know, with enough clicks to sustain himself. Because if he's monetized on his channel, I guarantee he's, you know, doing it just so he can, like, skirt, you know, like, having to do anything else, really. The takedowns are only temporary, though, unless Jared can scrap together enough money to go to guys to pay for him stick. Doubt it. Because now that he's sued, you know, like Ben sues and shit, they're definitely going to be, you know, away. He wants to sue for lost revenue? Yeah, like I say, he should. And even, I would even argue, like, interest with that, too. So, like, I want to make sure that I have, like, you know, my lost revenue made up, and also interest for the fact that, you know, I had to, you know, do extra financial emergency, like, expenditure, you know, due to that. So, I mean, if anything, there should be fucking interest tied to that bitch. It was shared off the internet. Well, good. Like I said, just soup for every day he's fucking got. If you can't get back the money, at least, you know, take whatever you can in assets. Surely, you know, like, some assets can be, you know, appropriated, you know, to at least make up for the finances, at least in part. Since he lives with aging parents, he is hoping to scare them into taking Jared's computer. That's unfortunately not going to happen. Like, if those parents, you know, that he's living with have enabled him this long, it's not going to happen. Like, that's, I wish, but that wouldn't be the case. Like, if they enabled him this far, then I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. Unless, like, some sort of actual, like, you know, direct intervention, you know, was, you know, involved in that. I don't see that happening. Wanted to, though. Because, like I said, he's like one of those fucks that certainly doesn't need to be on the internet. His dad loves him. Oh shit, oh, okay. So, like, the mom is in the enabler. Oh, my little boy, you want to do nothing, and dad's like this lazy fuppy shiver. Alright. At least, you know, can, you know, give credit to the pops. But fuck the mom. Like, I just hate parents that enable shit like that. I mean, like, there's one thing to obviously, you know, like, you know, affirm, like, you know, some behaviors and stuff like that, but it's like a whole nother thing to just do full-on enabulation of, like, shit like that. And this is finally a false legal document, so maybe police can get involved somehow. Oh, well, wait, so he filed a false report? Hey, Jared actually filed some false reports on top of DMCAing DP. Yeah, the cops absolutely will get involved in that. It's fucking illegal to do a false report. I mean, there's been times where, like, teenagers have even been hit, like, with charges of shit like that because of, you know, making, you know, claims or, you know, filing reports. Is illegal talk, isn't it? Well, yeah, DMC, yeah, but, okay, so not in the sense of, like, reporting it to the fucking police. Like, doing a false report, like, that shit is illegal, you know, doing that to cops. Like, you can't do a false, you know, report to a police officer or anything like that. So, on top of the DMCA, if he made a police report, too, that was falsified, then, yeah, he would be in serious shit. Problem is, though, people falsify DMCAs all the fucking time. In fact, people exploit it. So, there certainly isn't any restrictions on that. I mean, fuck. I've seen different channels, obviously DP right now, that have been falsely hit with DMCAs. I mean, DFF too, for fuck's sake. I mean, you know, like, even ideology, like, but that one, like, straight up got wiped out because of that shit. Could draw attention to DMCA. Like, that fucker knows anything about me. And also, it would also be a false claim. It also, Jesus Christ. But, I mean, it's because, for one, nothing of his is on screen. Just merely a discussion. So, even if he attempted it, I don't even think YouTube would recognize that one. Like, I mean, just on the virtue that there's, like, his content or anything about him outside of just his name and talking about him. Like, I mean, there's nothing there. Like, I don't even think YouTube would be able to fucking, like, you know, hit me with anything on that. Even if he tried. Now, if we're watching one of his videos, then yeah, I could see that. They reacted to him. Are they watching his videos, or are they just talking about him? Because reacting to their videos, specifically, then yeah. Just a mere discussion, you know, they can't do shit. Well, I guess they could try, but watching and talking, that's why. Watching. See, I'm just talking. So that's the difference. Like, I'd be able to get away with it because I'm not actually watching anything of his. Like, I can talk about him all I want, and he can't do fucking anything. You can try DMCA me, and honestly, maybe YouTube might, you know, hit it, but I can easily, you know, hit right back, be like, there's literally nothing in here that is his content at all. He did falsely, and probably be able to get it, you know, brought back. Or at least for the video. Or I guess the stream. But either way, it's just like, I mean, the dude definitely needs to just, like, you know, get the fuck off the internet for one, and for two, you know, hopefully get sued into whatever, you know, the fuck he can, you know, get taken from him, to be fucking frank. Because fuck that bastard. So I guess the stuff is going on too, maybe here. Whoa. What the fuck? Backstory: crackhead Barney became an online sensation after making a niche of trolling MAGA rallies and gatherings. And, whoa, this person, though. Bruh. What the fuck? I mean, hey. You know, when you're trolling, you gotta troll, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's one way to troll. I would watch that, but Vice is pretty litigious about their shit. It's hard to watch their content without getting, like, you know, DMCA. Fresh and Fit got yeeted. Yeah, I know about that. They literally, like, I saw the reaction to it too. Did you see the video of the dude, like, openly talking about it, being like, yo, I just do this because I like doing it, man, and, you know, and everything we do, they try to take us down, bro. It's like, I see it. The Matrix is real, bro. Like, you know, it's so fucking hilarious, dude. Like, they, you know, it's like they somehow have this revelation that the Matrix is suddenly real, and they realize, you know, as it's all happening around them, they're whining. Well, yeah. Dude, it's fucking great. Dude, their initial reaction to finding out about that shit when they're, like, demonetized and their channel taken down and all sorts of shit, dude, they were searing. And oh my god, it's fucking great. And, like, none of these fucks have anything to offer outside of just being misogynistic pigs. Like, that's literally all they have to offer. Like, and it's literally a known fact that all these different podcasters and all these weird little shows and shit that they have, like, whenever they have women on there, it's just a fucking fact that, like, you know, the only time, or the only reason why they're there is because those dudes paid those women to be there. That's it. Like, it's just legit fact. There might be, like, one or two, like, you know, like, you know, in the entire, like, you know, manosphere that might be genuine that go there on their own accord, but pretty much every fucking, you know, woman on there is literally paid to be there. Which, honestly, who's the real fucking, you know, alpha in that case, then? Is it the alpha bro beta bitches that, you know, have to, like, literally pay women to be on their fucking show to make fun of them? Or the women who, you know, take their fucking money and just sit there and be like, whatever, I'm getting free money. Like, honestly, what's more of the alpha move? Like, just sitting there and taking a bunch of money and all you have to do is just, like, sit there, basically, and just, like, stare blankly at a bunch of fucking retards. I mean, being sexist pigs, I mean, pretty fucking easy pay right there. I'd do that shit. I'd just sit there blankly and be like, alright, you know, a bunch of sex pigs, cool. Yeah, like, girls just are, like, slutty or something. Yeah. Okay, cool, I got $5 for that, cool. Alright, thanks, bye. I mean, I'd do that shit. It'd be easy fucking money. And the thing is, like, some of them will actually challenge their shit sometimes, but they just are purposely, like, you know, like, they basically purposely, you know, just play dumb, you know, because they're paid to do that. I mean, like, when it comes to this manosphere shit, I mean, every fucking chick, like I said, you know, that is on those shows are just paid to be there. And if anything, that makes them more of alpha, more so than anything else, as far as I give a shit. Did a furry gauntlet get taken down? No. What they do is, like, they do their gauntlets live, but once they're done with them, they take it down, and then they upload it on Patreon instead. Main reason because, like, a lot of people, you know, will pirate their gauntlets and re-upload them and shit, so as a way to try to get around that, that's what they do. It's annoying, but I blame the people that are cheating the game instead of the ones that try to play it honestly. So I don't really blame the guys for it. I just blame, I hate the Patriot player. I know. I mean, I do too. That's what I mean. Like, I hate, like, I ain't gonna necessarily, like, hate on dudes on that one, but I hate the fucks, that, cheat, that want to, like, pirate that shit just because people like me, actually, pay to watch that. Because that's what it is. I mean, like, that's the point of the gauntlets. It's like a reward for the patrons for, their support, and also as, like, a little extra content. And, it's sad thing is, too, it's like, these weird pirates about that shit don't even need a pirate. Like, I mean, at a certain point, they probably will have it public, because they have at least, like, a couple of their gauntlets that were patron only and that are public. Like, they have our Jordan Peterson ones public now, for quite a while. So, I mean, obviously, their, strategies, like, after a certain amount of gauntlets, they'll release, like, one or two of them to the public, and make a whole shitload of them that are for patrons, and then maybe add another one or two to the public. I mean, it's, which the idea, which I could tell, is that for the ones that do pop up as public, it's like they have enough on the, like, the patron roster to where they can at least, kind of spread a little bit more samples out for, the plebs, basically. To be like, hey, here's, other stuff they might be missing out on, Want to join the patron yet? Come on. So, I mean, I can see what, their strategy with it, which is fine. I just hate the fucking, people that cheat that shit. Because it's annoying. Because now, like, all the people that actually, give a fuck and want to support their shit have to, use, the patrons, like, or the Patreon's, like, video player, which, yeah, it sucks. And also, at least on the mobile app, like, Patreon app is, like, sometimes kind of glitchy and hard to navigate. I mean, just because, like, sometimes it won't, like, recognize that, like, I'm allowed to see a post, so literally, like, put me back to, like, the main, like, posts and shit. So I have to, like, click, on the post without actually being on the post, if that makes sense. I have to be on, like, their actual, like, post page on, like, Patreon. It's kind of annoying, but it's the Patreon app. Like, it's not, anything the guys are doing wrong. So, and like I said, it's just one of those things where it's whatever. But it is a little annoying. But mostly because, a piece of shit want to pirate and cheat. Mace Fiend is clear about furries he doesn't like it. Dude, you do realize that he was, like, hyping that up a little bit, right? Like, I mean, granted, yeah, I know he was being truthful about some of that shit, which honestly, fucking, like, boomer edgelord Paul, bro. That's all I have to say. Like, if his little, like, like his, like the uncle, like, lecture or whatever the fuck he was doing, like, that could literally be said for any fucking fandom, bro. It's like, he's like, furries, you ain't fucking special. It's like, no shit. Like, yeah, you get, like, the ones who just became a furry for, like, a year or two, think, like, they're the most, like, specialist thing since sliced bread. I mean, so it's just, like, one of those things where it's like, look, you get those fucks, but you have a majority of us, like me, that don't give a fuck. We just have to be furries because we like it, whatever. And honestly, what really got my goat, and also what, realistically, I think what genuinely kind of pissed me off just a little bit, was like, hey, furries, quit being, like, part of the LGBT, yo. It's like, you're not, it's like, it's not LGBTQFIA or whatever. It's like, Paul, do you realize that most furries are LGBTQ? Like, literally? Like, I mean, why do you think some of them talk about, persecution? Because guess what? They're talking about their queer persecution from being gay in a red state or something. Like, that's what they're talking about. Not because they're fucking furries. Like, holy shit. I mean, no, he was hyping some shit up, but, like, that one did actually kind of get my goat a little bit. Just a little, because, like, dude, and also you can say that for any fandom. It's like, I mean, like, there's plenty of, like, queer weebs out there and shit, for example, and yeah, some of them talk about persecution, too. I think it defended furries most of the stream. Yeah, I did, too. Dude, a lot of people actually were. Like, Nikki was in there, doing some defense. I mean, as much as I think he's annoying to Spinosaurus, Socialist, Jiggy, whatever the fuck. I mean, like, dude, a lot of people actually were. I mean, because I think at a certain point, a lot of people kind of bit into their more, like, hype, you know, about, like, you know, fucking off furries. Because I kind of recognize they weren't being that serious with it. So a lot more anti-furry people. Yeah, they were there. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, well, there's going to be a majority of them. I just give that as a granted. Doing the darker part of the stream. Don't worry, I made it pretty, I was posting in that, making it clear, like, even we as furries don't, you know, like, we literally will dump gasoline on a fucker like that and set them ablaze. Like, we don't give a shit. Yiffalo Bill. Yeah, that guy, yeah. Yeah, with the carpet suits or shit, yeah, that guy. Like, unironically would be, like, I'm pretty sure, like, 99.9% of the fandom will literally be proud to, like, dump gasoline on him and shit. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, honestly, especially in the furry community, they were, like, legit fucking, very adamant about, like, essentially, like, quite literally, like, erasing, basically, like, any, like, you know, influence or interaction or communication that, you know, people like that have within the furry fandom, because one, it makes furries look bad, duh, and two, no one wants them around because of just their fucking freakish, disturbing behavior, or whatever that may be, you know. And for three, it's like, they're legitimately predatory. Like, you know, these type of people are also very predatory and skeeve people out, even if they aren't, like, overtly being gross or some shit, or, like, smelling bad or whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, if, you know, they're able to at least get past that shit, then, you know, like, they will, you know, they straight up, you know, there's been times where these type of people have, like, harassed others, and, you know, like, you know, sexually or otherwise and shit like that. So it's like, these fucking people, like, essentially are, like numero uno, number one fucking enemies and shit when it comes to this type of stuff. I mean, it's like, I mean, you know how, like, sometimes, you know, there's, like, you know, pedophile hunters and shit? It's basically, like, furries are like that with, like, these type of motherfuckers, honestly. I'm glad they didn't make it. Well, I'm kind of, like, I'm glad they skipped that fucker, to be honest, too, because, I mean, like, all it's gonna make me do is want to clean my gun, you know, just like, alright, time to oil this up a little bit, make sure the bolt's good, all that stuff. Make sure my magazines are loaded up, probably. Like, I just would have started more getting into that vibe, and it's like, yeah, no, don't need that. I'm here for a fun gauntlet, not, like, dark, fucking disturbed depravity. Skipped an hour of a Cool Cat. Dude, what? I know, what the fuck was that Cool Cat shit? I get technically a furry or whatever, but, like, bruh. I mean, it's fucking Cool Cat, dude. Like, it's not, like, that's more of a mascot, not a full-on furry. But I guess the main reason why is supposedly it's because, like, Derek Savage is the canonical father to Cool Cat, apparently. Or something like that. I don't fucking know. And, yeah, I guess the reason why he's technically a furry, because I guess he would Cool Cat would technically be, like, a half human, half cat, because Derek Savage fucked, like, some, like, cat pussy, basically. It's so fucking weird, dude. Derek Savage is just such a strange enigma of an individual. I think he's still doing shit, isn't he? Like, cause I know there was, like, Cool Cat Stops the School Shooting, which that one is just fucking... Why? Just fucking why? And obviously there's, like, you know, Cool Cat Saves the Kids, the original one, and I think there's, like, 3 other ones, weren't there? There's at least, like, if I remember, at least, like, 4 or 5 of these fucking things. Make a movie with Neil Bryan. That would be such a strange collaboration. Cool Cat Meth Lab. Cool Cat saves his kids by stopping a meth lab. Oh my god. my god, a bunch of stuff is like came out of Starfield. Oblivion NPC dialogue in Starfield. Oh my god, I fucking knew it. The glitches. It's happened. Starfield's come out, and of course it is a glitchy flop. Why am I not surprised? Stay classy, Bethesda. Cool cafe student loans. Cool cafe student loans with math. What the fuck? Oh my god. I mean, knowing America these days, that probably wouldn't necessarily be an unusual thing in the South or something like that. Still gonna buy Starfield eventually. Give it like a year or two. I mean, honestly, give it like a year or two. Like, cause this sure shit ain't gonna be worth it, you know, for a while. I mean, I guess it might, you know, just for the fact that it's gonna be hilarious to deal with all the glitches and bullshit and stuff, I guess. Bought Fallout 4 at launch. Oh my god, I feel bad for you. I bought like Fallout 4 like 5 years after, and honestly, that was certainly way more worth it. Because a lot of the shit that people like initially bitch about that game, like, outside of like the obvious, like, you know, dialogue bullshit and all that, you know, and all that type of stuff, like at least, you know, a lot of that was, you know, for the most part fixed, and there was like, you know, some DLCs and stuff like that. So I mean, I was at least able to have, I guess, like just generally a better experience, just because like I waited, you know, for a while before actually playing the game. Fallout 76 on Xbox and PC. Yeah, I don't think that would be a Fallout I'll get, honestly. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Actually, like, I've heard recently they've gotten better, but I haven't heard a lot, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. I hope it is. I mean, hopefully, you know, at least with a game like that, it's way better now. Okay, yeah, because I've kind of heard some shit about that, like, because for the longest time I've heard Fallout 76 just was ass. Just shit. Since they've had NPCs. Oh, fuck, they actually have NPCs now? Well, goddamn. Okay, so now they've actually made some, okay, that's new, alright. Well, alright then, cool. They seem like they actually decided to give a fuck about the game. Alright. Aww. Sleepy little thing. The game has turned largely into a choose your faction to rule the waste simulator. I mean, I'm not really that surprised, to be honest. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, because, you know, like, in a way, I mean, at least, like, with, like, you know, some of the other Fallouts, I mean, it's kind of like that in a way. At least at certain points, like, alright, you get to choose a faction, or you could, like, be your own faction in a way, and end the game, and, you know, either by helping uplift, you know, one of the different factions, or your own self. At least New Vegas is more about that, where it's like you can basically, you know, have your own path, basically. Poor settler faction is unloved. What, because people don't like, you know, building settlements and stuff? Wait, so they have, like, settlement building and shit? Well, actually, no, wait, if I remember, I think they, you know, initially started off with things like base building. So if I remember, yeah, you can build bases. Okay, so maybe, you know, at this point, Fallout 76 might be worth, you know, at least exploring a little bit. And honestly, for, like, with, like, the world of Fallout and shit, it's like, I'm kind of surprised, like, the whole, like, you know, building up a settlement or something like that wasn't really implemented more so, in a way, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, like, I feel like New Vegas probably, in a way, could have been okay if maybe they had, like, preset spots that you can, like, you know, have or own or some shit. You know, outside of, like, you know, the Lucky 38 or whatever the fuck. You know, or, like, you know, some hotel room you can rent or some shit. Or own, I guess, in a way. But, Like, you know, because in Fallout 4, that was like, you know, the first one where you can actually have like full liberty to build up like a full-on like, you know, settlement or camp or whatever the fuck. Which honestly, thought, you know, like, I know a lot of people bitch about it, but at least for, you know, people like me, I generally liked it. You know, just because, you know, at least when it comes to like building up bases and stuff like that, I mean, I generally like doing shit like that. It's fun. So, I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, who were into Fallout for some reason, you know, weren't really as much into that or really didn't pay that much of attention to it. And to be fair, you don't have to do that in the game, but at least for me, it's, you know, something that I enjoyed. In a way, like if you're like passing through, you know, town to town, you happen to walk by one of your settlements or some shit, it actually kind of gives more of a sense of life, you know, going on outside of it all just being just like nothing. It kind of gives a sense that, like, you know, there are like aspects about humanity trying to rebuild in a way. Probably gives it power armor. You don't have to jump through the hoops to get like the Enclave faction. The Enclave power armor is better. Is there really not much going on for Saturday here? Getting a lot of like true crime shit. Fallout 2 and Warner Classic RPG, so I recommend if you like this old school. Otherwise, just watch a video on them for the stories. Fallout 2 is better than 1, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, at some point I want to actually get the first 2 original Fallouts. At some point. Also, I'm pretty sure they're on fucking Steam, aren't they? Yeah, I think they are. And one of these days I'll just fucking get on there. Yeah, let's see what this video is all about here. Cheap on Steam. Yeah, because I remember I'm pretty sure they're on Steam. Yeah, and if they are, I guarantee you they're like, what, $5? Something like that? If that. Ugh, my fucking nose, dude. Oh. 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 Pretty sure it's $9 each. Oh, that ain't bad. Unlike that attempt to blow my nose, that was just shit. That was horrible. Egregious.
Yo.
Yeah. Check out this video. Think about stream Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't want to accidentally stream titties. I think if you go into settings, I'm pretty sure there might be a way for you to have it censored or, you know, or something like that. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Nothing more pathetic than an internet prankster is nothing.
And also, like, but also, like, I'm pretty sure you can play the game without having to do the sex scenes. For what I understand, like, you don't have to do that shit.
Degenerate worms whose entire existence revolves around making strangers' lives worse in public so that they can film it and post it online for content are actually the most embarrassing thing humanity has ever produced. And I've mentioned this before, but I actually think making fun of pranksters is an important public service to try and deter other youngsters from growing up to be this kind of failure of a person.
True, I do agree with that. But I do want the sex scenes. Well, make a playthrough for a stream and then make a playthrough for yourself where you do all the sex scenes. There you go. So then you can have a playthrough strictly just to, you know, yeah, fuck a bear, I guess. You're planning on seeing the bear. Oh my god, dude, of course. Of course. Yeah, but, like I'm saying though, you know, just have a playthrough for streaming and then have a playthrough to where your goal is to find the bear.
Learned about a new prankster who's been at the game for over a year, and the only thing he has to show for it is a few arrests and a community of children that just shoot spitballs and make fun of him like a bad birthday party clown. So I'm not going to tell you his name. His name's not important. Don't go out of your way to find and harass him. Don't give him any kind of engagement off of it. I just think he is
Hey, I thought you said it was a public service to make fun of these dudes.
a great example of...
What if I want to do that personally there, Charlie?
...in rot that's really infested the youth these days here.
When I hop off this counter and break that camera, you gonna be mad. So stop fucking recording me.
Make my milkshake and chill out.
I'm not making nothing.
You're not making nothing? Dude, you heard how she talked to me?
Oh my god, dude! Her like immediately reacting the way she did just made me smile so much. And this dude's like, dude, this asshole is just like, just fuck make my milkshake, blah blah. Oh, you see how she talked to me? It's like, what about you little pissant broccoli haircut looking fuck? What about you? Like, you're the one being the fucking prick.
Well, I'm not making nothing. Fuck out of here. Oh, yo. Hey! Inside? I'm not making nothing. You want to send here? Send it. We're not just serving you. Fuck out of here. Here!
I'll go back there myself and make a damn milkshake, motherfucker.
Is that Kyle? No.
I swear to God, shit out of here.
Dude, get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, I said.
Dude, make me.
Oh my god, dude. Man, I also just wish this manager would just beat the fuck out of him. Just do it. Like, because this fucking little pissant is like, oh, I'm gonna climb over there and fucking make it myself. And it's just like, do it. Guess what? We have a bat back here. We'll whoop that ass.
We gotta go. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yes, the classic prank. Harass customer service employees and be an...
Just an excellent prank, dude. Top tier content. Just harass a bunch of service workers, and then, threaten to go over their counter to make it a milkshake and essentially threaten, their safety and stuff. Good shit right there, totally.
Asshole. So, this is how I found his content, and it turns out this is all he does. His entire existence is like this perpetual miasma of misery that haunts his community, where he and the after-school cringe club latch onto his ass to suckle a bit of clout out of it, get together, and just make complete strangers' days worse. And then he films it and proudly posts it online. And I do mean proud. This is his pride and joy. Every time he gets arrested, he wears it like a Boy Scout badge of honor. I legitimately couldn't imagine being his parents. The shame would be overwhelming. I would...
Sounds like he needs to get an ass beating. Yeah.
Rather my child grow up...
I mean, just that first video, which I've actually seen before, like, and considering that's what all he does, then yeah, he's gonna fuck around and find out who have the wrong motherfucker when it comes to this type of shit.
Professional toilet seat kisser, then grow up to be a prankster like this kid.
Here, I'll go back there myself and make a damn milkshake, motherfucker.
I swear to God, shit out.
A completely flat and hollow threat from this affluent douchebag who I have...
Which also, like, it is kind of a threat, because, like, what, you're gonna go back there and make a milkshake, motherfucker? Like, yeah, like, or what? Or else what? Like, what do you fuck think's gonna happen to you, a little pipsqueak?
No doubt has never faced any real repercussions from his actions, and he has the world's worst laugh. His laugh sounds like Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, just some real goofy shit.
It kind of does. Honestly, like, there's something about that laugh that really, like, maybe just want to, like, rip his, like, voice box out, dude. Like, literally, like, take my hand, just like, and just, like, rip it directly from his mouth, dude. Just, like, fist the mouth, just find that vocal cord box and just, like, rip it the fuck out, directly, dude. Like, there was something about that, where I was just like, oh, hell no. No slander head from it. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, though, low-key, that do kind of feel like some slander, though. Don't do my boy Ed like that.
Ridiculous. He is, like, actually biologically engineered through evolution to be the perfect cringe loser. Now, I've noticed a lot of cuts in this, and that's because, of course, they leave out the context that led to this escalation and exactly what happened here to get to this point. But the manager has spoke up about this situation afterwards. And I almost can't help but appreciate the delusion from the prankster and his friends to think that somehow they look tough here or look cool. Because in this situation, the manager is the biggest W by far. The manager stood his ground, handled everything really well, I thought.
Yeah.
And wasn't afraid to, like, challenge them if this guy really did follow through on his threat to go back there. And if the goof troop really did jump over that counter and attack or do anything stupid like that, they would have 100% ended up on the fuck around and find out matrix, because...
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I'm just waiting for that. Because that manager, like, you know that he's dealt with some motherfuckers who have climbed over that counter before. So he's been around the rodeo. Like, there's a reason why he is a manager, and you can tell at least he gives a fuck about his coworkers and his, employees. Because, like, He literally was ushering, everyone out to the back, out of their sight, essentially, just in case he does, incite something. So, like, he basically puts, his own safety, or at least their safety above his own. So, like, I mean, he actually does give a shit and did honestly handle it very fucking well. Because that, like, I mean, if any of them went over that, counter, like, guarantee it has, like, a bat hidden somewhere behind there. And he would, like, grab that thing and knock some skulls in, dude. Like, totally.
Turns out the manager is an actual trained fighter.
Oh, fuck. Well, there you go. That proves my point. Oh, shit.
No doubt in my mind, he would have beat all their asses.
What? Oh, dude, he would have done that shit single-handedly. Holy, dude, trained fighter? Yep. Oh, he wouldn't need a bat at that point. I mean, fuck the bat. Dude, he got them hands, dude. Oh, yeah, he would have whooped some fucking ass.
Their ham thoroughly. In that video, he does also go over how rude they were being and how everything kept escalating because of them, which of course was cut out from his post about it. Now you're probably wondering how old the doofus committee here is from the pranksters, because the main guy has the face of a 13-year-old boy.
I'm assuming he has to at least be no older than 20.
But would you believe me if I told you that he's actually 19 years old?
Really? Oh, wow. I was actually giving him too much credit. Fucking 19? Oh, my God. You know what? That even makes it worse. It's like, you're just some... Dude, imagine... Oh, my God. Imagine if he tried to, like, do these stupid pranks. Be like, yo, buy me a drink or some shit. Like, going to a bar. Oh, my God. He would try to do that shit. I mean, the only reason why he probably doesn't, because he knows for a fact that would actually get him into some genuine legal trouble. Like, so, all the worst douchebags are 19. Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way, this gives me maybe a slight sense of baby hope that this dude, like, grows up and, like, by the time he's 29, realizes how much of a dumb fuck he was, but I am not having any hope for that at all. I'm not going to be holding my breath.
Video as well as an article going over one of his mini runs-in with authorities, and he says, "How are you my height? I'm 19. I mean, I almost feel bad for him being 19 years old and being stuck with the face of like a 12-year-old Xbox Live Call of Duty gamer. That's rough. Like, there's no doubt he probably feels insecure about that, and that might be why he's lashing out so much against his community around him and turned to the dark side, going down the prankster path. The public nuisance asshole road.
You guys walk up on people that you guys know don't like you, that have chased you around before. Someone's eventually gonna probably beat you guys up.
That's what we're aiming for.
Wait, okay, wait, hold on.
Why?
Dude, what the fuck? Even a cop is just like, look, if you keep this up, people will probably beat your ass up, and this kid's like, that's what we're aiming for. And then, like, this cop's just like, why? Like, look, you realize if someone whooped your ass, I'm not going to charge them. Like, he's, like, basically stating it, dude. He's like, look, it would technically be an assault on you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to deal with that because, I can tell you're a dumb fuck. I mean, what the fuck, dude? I mean, when you're just telling a cop, like, yeah, I'm trying to egg people on to beat the shit out of me, basically, like, they're not going to look at the people assaulting you and be like, oh, yeah, they're a problem. They're going to look at you as the fucking problem, and if anything, charge your ass. Which, honestly, I hope they do.
Just to get some content out of it.
Okay, so you're gonna be the victim of an assault for a
A super honest...
Okay, that cop actually did seem a little befuddled. He's like, you're going to get assaulted for content? What? It's like, he actually genuinely looked confused. It's like, what the... Oh my God, I guess that cop still has some brain left in his thumb head, so I'm actually kind of surprised about that, because, like, he used whatever neurons he had left there for a second to be like, what the fuck? Well, why? What? I mean, it's like, well, because for real, though, like, why? Like, I mean, just seriously, why?
From a super big douchebag. They keep pushing people, harassing them, until they snap, hoping that they'll either attack them or have some kind of big blow-up that they can film and post online for content. Heavens to Betsy. What a turbo loser. Yes. He's giggling and smiling while giving this answer to the officer.
Honestly, do you think he has maturity of a 12-year-old? Because that's what it really feels like. He's got, like, because he really did look like, you know, some sort of pudgy 13-year-old looking up at some teacher being like, I like it because it's funny, Like, just being like some weird little, like, bully kid or something. but he's not like, you know, on the hierarchy. He's on like kind of the lower end of the bully totem pole, so he doesn't really, you know, like get that recognized. But when he does, you know, he kind of gets gleeful about it because it's like, my bully, you know, abilities are actually being recognized. Like he's that low on the totem pole, basically. Not the very bottom, not the bottom, but like, you know, he's like 2 or 3 rungs, you know, before hitting the bottom. Like, you know, he's on that level.
So delusional, he really thinks that this is his ticket to internet updates, that precious clout and attention online.
The clout of getting your ass whooped and annoying the fuck out of people? Yeah, wow, what great clout.
It's most likely just going to be his ticket to the hospital or jail.
What? Hopefully both. Oh, this is a totally different... Wait, is he actually getting arrested here?
What?
You guys all walk away.
We didn't even...
Damn. Alright, Miss Officer. I'll walk away.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ, she got a fucking bakery going on back there. What the fuck? Anyway, but like, I mean, dude, she just like, I mean, really assorted at authority. She's like, y'all just walk the fuck away. We're arresting one of you dumbasses, and, you know, we ain't afraid to arrest the rest of you. Like, you know, leave while we only got one of you.
Bro! Yup.
Every time this asshole gets arrested, it's like the happiest moment of his life. It's like Christmas morning every single time he finds himself in a pair of handcuffs. Because he's so delusional that he believes that that's going to help the content blow up or help him go viral. And it hasn't. It doesn't. And hopefully it never will. So he just keeps doing these extremely stupid stunts, calling them pranks, harassing just normal people in the world, eventually gets the...
I mean, this really just kind of shows that the idea of a prank is dead. I mean, I've said it before a while back, but I mean, the OG idea of like what pranks were, like, you know, like a whoopee cushion on the seat, or, you know, something like that, or just like ding dong ditching or whatever the fuck. You know, like, just shit like that. I mean, you know, it's like, whatever happened to just, you know, a basic harmless ass fucking prank? Like, this shit isn't a prank. Like, these aren't pranks. This is just straight fucking harassment. I mean, it's just like, honestly, I think a lot of it died in like the 2015-16 era because there was like, oh, bring gun in the hood prank, gone wrong, cops call, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, that era fucking shit. Like, it definitely died then. But now, at this point, like, these motherfuckers are just beating the horse, dude. They're just beating the fucking dead horse over and over again, hoping that they can get something out of it still. And it's like, oh my god. It's actually... And honestly, at this point, it's just fucking pathetic, dude. Just fucking pathetic. Is this really the level of what ports are these days? Like, seriously?
On him, and then him and his friends are like, oh, I can't believe it. What?
Plumbing? What do you mean?
He's taking pictures.
Yo, who the hell is that? Yo, get that camera off me. Get the hell out of here. Huh? Get the hell on out of here.
Good one.
Oh my god, so that, wow, oh my god, dude, the urge to just seriously deck him in the fucking face is way too strong, dude. Because, like, is he trying to pretend he's, like, working there? Dude, like, those elderly folks have probably been working there since they were 19 themselves, okay? Like, I think they know who works there, who doesn't. Like, give me a break.
This guy just loves treating workers as props for his videos. I still can't believe he's actually 19 years old. He looks like he still needs mommy and daddy to drive him to this Home Depot so he can film these pranks with his buddies.
I guarantee you that's what's going on.
I will probably never understand who actually watches something like that and finds any enjoyment out of it. Even if I was 12 years old, I don't see myself even smiling at it. It's just annoying.
I mean, honestly, even if I was like, shit, like, I remember 15, etc., like, I remember what I was, you know, watching and, you know, getting into growing up. And honestly, yeah, like, they're, like, I wouldn't, you know, be interested in any of this shit. Like, I'd be like, the fuck is this stupid, you know, twit doing? I just want to, you know, bully him or some shit. Like, I mean, if anything, that's probably what I do. I post a bunch of, you know, stupid comments or something, you know, and that'd probably be what it'd be. Be no way I'd be into that shit. It's so dumb.
I feel real bad for anyone that is unfortunate enough to be subjected to one of his pranks. Like, I really don't think I'll ever understand why kids grow up wanting to do this, or why kids somehow even get moderately entertained by that.
Jersey.
Don't pet Jersey right now. We're just saying that.
Yeah, I was thinking he smelled like shit.
What'd you say to my dog?
Yeah, I said I thought your.
Okay, if a motherfucker starts saying that to my dog, there absolutely would be an ass whooping. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, there would be hands.
Smell like shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Why that just smell like shit?
Wait, it's a dog, sir.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Calm down.
All right, don't say my dog is this or that. Get the fuck out.
I was just saying the dog smell like shit, sir.
Good one.
Well, I'm just saying that I'm a piece of fucking shit and an asshole that needs to get an ass whooping. Like, the Guna Fatire aren't, like, I mean, honestly, you know, like, I know the whole idea of, like, oh, violence no dancer, but sorry, not sorry, sometimes it is. And that's where it is, okay? When you got a motherfucker like that who is not actually, like, had any genuine repercussions for their fucking actions like that, they deserve to get an ass whooping. They deserve to get beaten a little bit. Like, straight the fuck up. Like, because they're not going to learn unless they get a good ass whooping. Like, honestly, that's just the fucking truth. Like, every now and then, you got a motherfucker who needs to get their clock, you know, reworked a little bit. Straight up. Like, I'm just being honest with that one. I ain't even trying to, like, incite with anything like that. That's just the fucking truth. Like, every now and then, a motherfucker just needs to get their clock reworked. And this fucking kid, dude, he needs to, like, get his clock reworked, like, 8 ways till Sunday. Like, he needs to have that shit reworked, like, every 2 hours, like, daily for a fucking month, every day. Like, until, like, he's fucking so blue in the face, he's perma-blue. Like, I mean, he's gonna be so bruised up and shit, it'll never go away. Like, that's how much he needs it for a fucking month. Fuck this little pissant, dude. Like, I feel like, if I was at that little dog park and I was seeing that type of shit, I'd straight fucking, you know, go up there myself and deal with shit. Because, like I said, every now and then, there are some motherfuckers that just need their clock reworked. And this kid certainly fucking needs it. Fuck this little piss shit.
Again, man, Junior, you're really on a hot streak with these bangers. Your dog smells like shit prank. People can't even just relax on a bench outside with their pet without you going out of your way to bother them. Nothing is safe from your cringe apocalypse that you bring with you everywhere you go. Everything this guy and his friends have ever done that I can find is just actual trash. It's just bothering people
Because they're the embodiment of fucking trash.
in the world and calling it a prank. It sucks. It's just public nuisance degeneracy. And I'll always take a little bit of time to make fun of some pieces of shit like this because I think it is an invaluable service to provide. Nobody should end up like this guy or his team here. And they're not really a team. This guy I already know is insufferable to be around. The only reason his friends orbit him is because he has the tiniest bit of clout online and they try and suckle a little bit.
And I guarantee you that he probably does get some monetization, so I bet, you know, they probably get paid and, you know, probably at least have something in return from it. If I had to guess.
For minimalism for themselves. That's the only reason they stomach him for however brief a time when they're filming these awful videos together. They're not real friends, it's just a bunch of fake people surrounding themselves with each other and convincing each other that making these pranks is somehow going to get them to the top. It's just fucking pathetic. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Wow, beautiful. Amazing. Man, like I was saying from earlier, dude, like, the idea, concept of pranks are just fucking dead, because if this is what it is, then pranks don't exist anymore. Like, honestly, and it also proves my point that, you know, every now and then, a motherfucker just needs that clock reworked. I mean, just straight up. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean that, you know, they need to be, like, permanently destroyed or fucking paralyzed or whatever the fuck. They just need to get tuned up. They need a nice big fucking tune-up for a good while. You know, to kind of fucking, you know, take a real good, you know, hard, like, think about that type of shit. And, you know, actually have some genuine repercussions from that type of stuff. Like, I mean, that's just kind of the fucking truth of it. Like, you know, motherfuckers like that just need a good tune-up. And probably multiple tune-ups. Like, because I know for some motherfuckers, I mean, they're so built up on this stupid fucking insecure ego of theirs that they really, you know, that they need it a couple times. Fucking little pissant little bitches, dude. My god, that kind of got my goat. Because honestly, like, I mean, it's one thing when you get, like, fucking Karens and shit, because, you know, that shit's annoying. Yeah, that's one thing. But, like, thank fuck I've never had to deal with these people at all, like, at my time of being in customer service. Holy fuck, thank God. Because, like, I mean, there'd be no way I'd be able to, like, you know, deal with that shit. Unless, you know, in comparison to, like, a regular old Karen, because, you know, with them, it's just whatever. You just deal with them, eventually they fuck off. These dudes, you know, are going to find every excuse to just, like, not go away, basically. And it's like, nah. Like, it's like that type of shit is, like, even more zero tolerance than a fucking Karen. Because it's just depending on how the Karen is, like, I probably at least, you know, manage that shit and deal with it to the point where, you know, hell, they might not even be a Karen anymore. But that just depends on the Karen. But that shit, though, no, I won't even give them that fucking benefit of the doubt. But, you know, it's a little after 3, so I think I'll call it good here, at least for right now, and probably come back later tonight, or next morning, or whenever the fuck, who knows. Whenever I decide to do these again, so at least for now, peace out, and I shall see you all in the next one, so, toodaloo, buckaroo.